Imagine waking up in the morning and discovering that someone you know, a neighbor, a friend, passed away during the night without any warning. It feels like a nightmare, right? But that's exactly what happened to a 71-year-old man, seemingly healthy, who went to bed and simply didn't wake up. His family was in shock. He had no pain, no complaints, just an ordinary night. The scariest part? This kind of silent tragedy is more common than you think. After the age of 70, small habits before bedtime can turn into real-time bombs for your health. And the worst part, many elderly people do these things every day without realizing the danger they're in. But here's the good news. You can change that. In this video, we're going to reveal 7 nighttime habits that may be sabotaging your health, and more importantly, how to fix them. Some will surprise you, others will make you think, why didn't anyone warn me about this before? Stay with us until the end, because the 4th habit is the most dangerous of all, and it might be the one you least suspect. If you or someone you love is over 70, this information could make the difference between a peaceful night and an invisible risk. Oh, and don't forget, if you've ever experienced any discomfort at night, reflux, shortness of breath, excessive urge to use the bathroom, pay extra attention. Let's get started. Habit number 1, the danger of late dinners. Eating heavy meals late at night, risk of reflux, indigestion, and cardiovascular complications. Have you ever had a late dinner and then went straight to bed thinking there was no problem? Well, many people do this. But after 70, this seemingly harmless habit can become a silent threat. When you eat a heavy meal near bedtime, your body enters into internal conflict. Instead of resting, it's struggling to digest the food, and it's not just about indigestion. Your heart suffers too. With a slower metabolism in older age, digestion takes more effort, raising blood pressure and even increasing the risk of a blood sugar spike during the night. Have you ever woken up with a racing heart or that burning sensation in your chest? It could be a sign that your body is crying for help. Worse yet, when you lie down with a full stomach acid can rise into the esophagus, causing reflux. And it's not just uncomfortable. This acid can reach the lungs while you sleep, causing dangerous inflammation. Some elderly people even wake up coughing or choking without understanding why. The solution? Finish eating at least 3 hours before bed. If you feel hungry at night, opt for something light, like a banana or a handful of nuts. Your heart, your stomach, and your sleep will thank you. But beware. If you think only food can ruin your sleep, wait until you see habit number 2. It's so common that you probably don't even realize the risk you're running, and it might be linked to dangerous falls in the middle of the night. Habit number 2, the mistake of nighttime hydration. Drinking excessive liquids before bed leads to sleep interruptions, falls, and cognitive problems. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with an urgent need to go to the bathroom? This could be more dangerous than you think. Many elderly people drink liquids before bed, thinking they're taking care of themselves, but this habit can trigger a chain of risks. Your sleep becomes fragmented, your body doesn't rest properly, and worst of all, it increases the risk of serious falls. When you drink too much liquid at night, your kidneys work overtime when they should be resting. The result? Multiple trips to the bathroom that break your deep sleep cycle. Without that restorative rest, your blood pressure can rise and your mind becomes more vulnerable to morning confusion. And there's more. The electrolyte imbalance can lead to painful cramps in the middle of the night. But the real danger is in the dark. Getting up quickly with a full bladder can cause dizziness and brutal falls. Hip fractures, head injuries, and even hemorrhages have occurred in these moments. Darkness, slippery floors, and the rush create a deadly combination for those over 70. The solution is simple. Concentrate 80% of your hydration in the morning and afternoon. After 6 p.m., reduce it to small sips of water if necessary. Diuretic. Teas like chamomile or peppermint should also be avoided after dinner. If you wake up thirsty, A cube of ice to moisten your mouth is enough without overloading your bladder. However, if you think only liquids disrupt your sleep, wait until you discover habit number 3. It involves an invisible enemy that's inside your room right now, sabotaging your health while you sleep. Habit number 3, the trap of an overheated room. Sleeping in a very warm environment increases the risk of dehydration, heart strain, and shallow sleep. That cozy blanket and the heater set to maximum could be slowly killing you. Elderly people who sleep in very warm environments have a 30% higher risk of cardiovascular events at night. Your body needs to cool down naturally to enter deep sleep, and artificial heat blocks this vital process. When the room temperature rises above 73 degrees, your heart starts working as if it were a summer day. Blood pressure rises, circulation is compromised, and the blood becomes thicker, a perfect combination for a silent stroke. Many elderly people wake up with headaches and fatigue due to this nighttime cooking, and it's not just the heart that suffers. Excessive heat dehydrates you through invisible sweat, robbing essential minerals like magnesium and potassium. These nutrients are crucial for preventing muscle cramps and heart arrhythmias. Worse, nighttime sweating can cause fungal infections and skin problems, which are common and painful in older age. The ideal temperature? Between 18 degrees C and 20 degrees C, 64 degrees C to 68 degrees, with light blankets in layers. Swap heavy comforters for breathable cotton throws and sleep with socks if your feet get cold. A secret trick: place a bottle of warm water at the foot of the bed. It warms the area without overheating the room. But none of this will matter if you commit habit number 4, the most dangerous of all. It's responsible for 60% of sudden deaths in the elderly during sleep, and you've probably never heard of it. Habit number 4, the killer position. Sleeping in the wrong position. Improper positions harm breathing, circulation, and increase the risk of sleep apnea. Sleeping on your back after the age of 70 is like pulling the trigger on your own health. This position compresses your airways, reduces oxygen in the blood, and forces your heart to work at its limit. People who snore heavily or wake up short of breath are at the highest risk. When you lie on your back, the tongue and tissues of the throat relax and partially block the airway. This causes micro-awakenings, which you don't even notice, and reduces the oxygen reaching your brain. Over time, this lack of nighttime oxygen accelerates dementia and increases the risk of a heart attack by 40% between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. The safest position is lying on your left side. It relieves pressure on the heart, improves circulation, and even reduces heartburn. Use a pillow between your knees to align your spine and another one to hug, preventing you from rolling onto your back during the night. Elderly people with shoulder issues can place a thin pillow behind their back as a physical barrier. The biggest danger? Many CPAP devices for sleep apnea are prescribed without first correcting the sleep position. In some cases, simply changing position would eliminate 70% of nighttime respiratory events. If you use oxygen or have a heart condition, this change could literally save your life. Habit number 5, the danger of nighttime medications. Do you take that sleeping pill thinking you're doing your health a favor? Be careful. Many elderly people are unknowingly poisoning themselves with seemingly harmless medications. Anxiolytics, muscle relaxants, and even common painkillers can trigger catastrophic effects when combined with sleep after the age of 70. The elderly body metabolizes medications much more slowly, causing the nighttime dose to remain active until the next day. This explains why many wake up confused, stumble when getting up, or suffer brutal falls in the bathroom. Worse, some medications depress breathing, reducing the oxygen reaching the brain during sleep. And it's not just prescription drugs that are concerning. Common antihistamines, like those used for allergies, have a sedative effect that can last 12 hours in the elderly. Diuretics taken at night steal essential minerals and disrupt the heart. Even simple blood pressure drops can cause dangerous hypertension during sleep. The solution? Always review your medications with a geriatrician, especially those you take after dinner. Ask for non-sedative alternatives and question every pill. Often, a valerian tea or breathing techniques work better than dangerous chemicals. But if you think medications are the only nighttime danger, wait until you learn about habit number 6, a common behavior that is quietly destroying the memory of millions of elderly people while they sleep. Habit number 6, the killer light from your cell phone. That quick peek at WhatsApp before bed, it's accelerating your brain aging. The blue light from devices after sunset inhibits melatonin, the sleep hormone, by up to 60% in the elderly. The result? Poor nights of sleep that speed up memory loss and increase the risk of Alzheimer's. Worse than the immediate effect is the cumulative damage. Studies show that elderly people exposed to artificial light at night have 50% more beta-amyloid proteins in their brains, the ones associated with dementia. Your brain literally stops cleaning itself during sleep when you check messages in bed, and it doesn't help to use night mode. The very act of interacting with screens overstimulates the elderly brain, which already struggles to shut down. Worrying news, family messages, or even simple games trigger cortisol, the stress hormone, at the moment when your body should be relaxing. The rule is clear: no screens 2 hours before bedtime. Swap your cell phone for a physical book with amber lighting. Listen to relaxing music or practice gentle stretching. If it's urgent, use devices with e-ink screens, like Kindle, that don't emit blue light. But prepare for the shock. Habit number 7 is so extreme that many doctors refuse to talk about it publicly. Find out why your pillow could be stealing 10 years of your life. Habit number 7, the paralyzing pillow. Your fluffy, high pillow is deforming your spine and compressing your arteries while you sleep. Most elderly people use completely wrong pillows, too high, too soft, or full of deadly dust mites. The result? Chronic pain, poor brain circulation, and even the risk of a stroke during sleep. High pillows curve the neck too much, compressing the vertebral arteries that supply your brain. This reduces blood flow by up to 30%, causing those morning dizziness and mental confusion. Worse, the forced position compresses nerves, leading to tingling in the hands and difficulty turning in. Bed, the material is also crucial. Feather pillows accumulate dust mites, worsening respiratory issues. Regular foam loses support in 6 months, turning into a poison for your vertebrae. Even those expensive orthopedic pillows may be unsuitable if not designed for the elderly. The solution? Low orthopedic latex pillows, 10 cm at most, or cervical pillows with specific support. Replace them every 2 years and always use anti-dust mite covers. For side sleepers, the pillow should completely fill the space between the shoulder and head, keeping the spine aligned. Maximum alert. If you have any of these 7 habits, you need to act today. Click the bell, because next week we'll reveal the nighttime protocol of a Japanese doctor who increased his elderly patient's life expectancy by 12 years. It's 3 simple steps anyone can take before bed. If this video opened your eyes, share it with all the elderly people you know. Write in the comments, "I deserve to live longer," and let's create a movement for conscious longevity. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. On Thursday, we'll launch a 7-day challenge to transform your sleep after 70. Your next morning could be completely different.